Tonight, a Cicero man dies after being struck down by a vehicle on Wednesday. The CCC has yet another clash with vendors after city police seize a trolley. And the SLP political leader urges the Royal St. Lucia Police Force to stay in their lane and not be party pawns. The details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Friday, the 21st of August, 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News on Flow Channel 117, Kiss FM, the Caribbean Hot FM mobile app, and our Caribbean Hot 7 TV Facebook page. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. A family's hopes have been crushed after their loved ones succumbed to injuries sustained in a vehicular accident on Wednesday. Father of one, Jean-Louis Charles, was taken to the Owen King EU Hospital in the early hours of Wednesday after he was struck by a vehicle in Cicero. He sustained serious injuries to the head, and although he was admitted in a serious but stable condition, he passed away in the early hours of Friday, the 21st of August. The Hot 7 team spoke to members of the family.
In the wake of the tragic accident which claimed the life of Cicero resident Jean-Louis Charles, the Hot 7 team met with the grieving family, who say they have been hit hard by the tragedy. The father of one was struck down by a vehicle in the wee hours of Wednesday, August 19th. He was taken to the OKEU hospital with serious head trauma, but succumbed to his injuries on Friday morning. His mother, Francilia Charles, said the news of her son's accident came late.
Yesterday, I get to know something knocked him down. Because yesterday afternoon, the girlfriend came here, and the girlfriend tell me, her aunt tell her, BT had an accident the Tuesday night when he left here to go at her home.
Charles's girlfriend said she is comforted by the support offered to her by her partner's family.
I'm a single parent. I have 4 other children. And my family will help. Although the mother and the brother tell me they will be there for us.
A few other family members, including Charles's twin brother, had this to say.
BT was a loving little fella. I don't know his problems, but I know for me, he's always loving, always smiling when you talk to him, always, he never been rude and stuff like that. He's a loving person. That's what I can say about him.
We were close, although we didn't grow together, but we still bonded, and that was a good thing. Okay, because I wouldn't want to live my life not knowing him, okay? And now he's gone. I'll definitely miss him, and that's all I will say for now.
Yeah, but he was a loving person. He's very helpful. He's never in conflict. He will help you out. And we always used to talk. That was one of my favorite brother-in-laws. He's really cool. I give him that. But when I heard of that, the accident, it actually touched us because he was so close to us. He's family, and he has always been there for us.
Charles was 31 years old. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Rochelle Gonzalez.
A video of a seriously wounded Charles lying on the ground after the accident has been making the rounds on social media. It is believed that Charles was attempting to cross the road on Wednesday when he was hit by a vehicle. Fire Officer Stacey Joseph has the details of the incident.
On Wednesday, 19th August, at approximately 30 minutes past midnight, the Castries Fire Station responded to a call for assistance for an adult male who was struck by a vehicle at Cicero Castries. The emergency personnel who responded with one rescue truck and an ambulance found the individual lying on the road. An assessment revealed that he sustained what appeared to be severe head trauma. The patient was immediately immobilized on a spine board and transferred to the ambulance. He was then transported in a serious but stable condition to the OKEU hospital.
The father of one passed away at around 2 a.m. Friday morning. The circumstances surrounding the incident are under investigation. A video has gone viral on social media showing a trolley of fresh produce being confiscated by city police of the CCC. The owner of the trolley says she is outraged that not only was the trolley confiscated, but her worker was arrested as well. The market vendor says she is tired of being inconvenienced by the CCC and wants compensation for her produce that was kept overnight. Genevieve Gonzague has more.
Ever since fresh produce vendors were relocated to the new Castries Provisions Market on May 8th, the Castries Constituency Council has made numerous impassioned pleas for vendors to cease vending on the street sides or send people with trolleys to vend on their behalf outside the market. On Thursday 20th, city police were caught on video confiscating a trolley loaded with fresh produce. Hot 7 reached out to the vendor, Kieran Louis, whose goods had been confiscated.
Yesterday about after 1, the gentleman that you just met there was the one who worked in the basket. Somebody came here and told me that the basket was taken by city council. So I left there and I went at the council to check on the basket and the young man. When I got there, the basket was already inside, but he was in the waiting area. So then that gentleman from the council, he pulled another dark-skinned guy. They were throwing words at him. So then he said to them, "You all disrespecting me, so then you all will cause me to disrespect you all." So then tell him, "Power Sagaso, Vini Punupale." When he got inside, they arrested him.
Louis explained that the terms under which her worker was arrested are still unclear, and she believes she is entitled to know what the real reason is.
From since after 1, I've been trying to get this gentleman out of that cell under basket. They said that he disrespected the police officer. When I was inside, I asked him, "What did you say to the police officer?" He said, "I told them if they put any handcuff on me, I'm going to slap them." And he just repeated again this morning. That was his words. When I spoke with Caption, which is Yon, he said to me that he's going to arrest and charge the guy. My lady, I made over 9 trips there up and down at the council yesterday to get my basket and the guy. They said that I had to pay to get the basket out of there. I said, never. I'm not going to pay to get the basket out of the council. It was like about 5:30. I left to check on the guy, up to no avail. 5:45, I went back there. They said that Yon is out. He was on the outside in the vehicle. He had just arrived. I said to him, "Yon, don't you know that the gentleman is at work? He works at the hospital." He said, "This is none of his business," because the guy disrespect the police officer. Only this morning, after 12 from yesterday, after 12, the gentleman just came out with the basket. I went to look for my money from the basket yesterday, in fact last night. They said I'm not getting any money, my own money. I'm not getting any money until Friday. What right does it give the council to keep my money? You have my basket, you have my money.
She indicated that it was through the efforts of an attorney that she was able to get the young man released from the CCC. Louise said while she gets that people are sometimes being asked not to vend on the streets, she believes the arrest of her worker goes deeper than that.
I believe maybe with this guy it's a little more, because as you just heard, that they said to him, where did he get the chain? The chain has nothing to do with his hustle and the basket. Why would you want to take his chain, saying the chain looked like a drugman chain? So you're victimizing him. For what reason? For his chain. When we went at the council, they said to my lawyer asked them, was there any prohibition for selling where the guy was? They said no. So why arrest him and take the basket? And for him to get out yesterday, you're saying that I have to pay so he could come out of the council. But the basket did not disrespect the council. Why must I pay money for the basket that he got so he could be out? Last night when he called me, he said to me, they told him if I had already paid the money for the basket, he was out. There's a little more to it. The basket did not disrespect you. The basket cannot speak. You arrest him. You said that he insulted the constable. Why must I pay money for the basket so he could be out? I am sick and tired of the council.
The irate vendor said she is frustrated that the CCC would do such and says some market vendors are constantly being terrorized by the council. She stressed that given the current situation with COVID-19, vendors in the market are not making any money, and as such, they should be left alone to vend in any little way they can.
Lord have mercy.
vendors are using their trolls.
As you there, look around. How many people you see buying? Watch the aisles. How many people you see by us buying? Nothing. If we don't send these baskets outside, what can we buy? You think it's everybody in the market there that purchase everything cash on the money? No. We take it and we have to go and hustle it to pay. There is nothing coming in the market there unless we don't go on the outside. COVID kill everything. What is it the council wants us to do? But yet still they charge us every day for the booth. We have to pay for the booth. We must pay for it.
Hot 7 reached out to the market coordinator of the Castries City Council, Augustine Victor, but was informed that he would not be making any statement on the matter as yet. The news team was told that a press conference will be held on Tuesday by executive members of the council in order to address the many issues that have been emerging concerning vendors at the new provisions market. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzalez.
Opposition leader Philip J. Pierre has called on members of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force to not allow their cells to be used as pawns by the current government. His comments come against the backdrop of refusal by the police to grant permission for a demonstration on the part of the St. Lucia National Trust when it comes to the Cabot development.
We're getting a dangerous precedent where St. Lucians are being told they cannot protest because the government thinks that protest may be against them. This is a dangerous, dangerous precedent, and the Labour Party will stand against that. We think that, and I want to warn the police again, not to allow themselves to be used by politicians. The police are there to serve the public, not to serve any politician.
Pierre is concerned that the police force is being used as a tool by the current administration to silence the voices of dissent from citizens.
People must never be stifled. People must never be stifled. And we hope the government is not using the excuse of the state of emergency to stifle the people's expressions. At one time, it is you have to exercise social distancing. Now, is because of what? The police should not stop people from protesting in the country of their birth. People are protesting everywhere in the world.
Every person has the right to take part in a protest provided that it is peaceful. In terms of international law, the rights to freedom of association, peaceful assembly and expression are recognized in various treaties, including the United Nations International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Still to come, Kenson Casimir responds to the Grosley MP following his comments on the Cabot development. A straight-talking priest holds nothing back, and two comedic giants join the Hot 7 TV family. That and more after the break.